The movie starts with Dr. Robotnik, who has spent tireless days alone on the mushroom planet, losing his sanity over time. Despite his descent into madness, he obsessively devotes himself to developing experiments using Sonic's Thorn. Unbeknownst to him, his activities have caught the attention of Knuckles, setting the stage for an epic clash of wills. Knuckles, an echidna from Angel Island, the same place where Sonic was born but from a rival tribe, discovered the electromagnetic pulse caused by Robotnik's experiments. With his access to teleportation rings, Knuckles decided to form an alliance with the scientist and bring him back to Earth to face their common enemy, the Blue Hedgehog. In Green Hills, Tom and his wife leave Sonic alone in the house as they attend a wedding in Hawaii using the teleport rings. In the middle of the night, Sonic realizes he is not alone when Dr. Robotnik breaks down the door. Despite not understanding how the villain returned, Sonic tries to attack him, but Robotnik dodges the assault. It is then that Knuckles steps in and lands a powerful punch on Sonic, sending him flying across the house. Sonic, despite having grown stronger, finds himself much weaker than his rival, Knuckles. Even with all his power, Sonic is easily subdued by Knuckles, who stops him with a single hand. At the brink of elimination, Sonic is unexpectedly saved by Tails, a two-tailed fox who uses a police car to run over Knuckles. Seizing the opportunity, Sonic jumps into the vehicle to escape. As they flee from Knuckles, Tails reveals to Sonic the identity of the red creature and his goal of finding Master Emerald. Tails, a super-intelligent fox from a secluded village, detected the pulse caused by Sonic and came ashore to warn him. Tails informs Sonic about the red creature's true intention, which is to kill him, and reveals the villain's goal of finding the powerful Master Emerald. The Master Emerald has the ability to bring to life anything its bearer imagines. Tails, a super-intelligent fox, explains that he lived isolated in his village but felt the pulse caused by Sonic. As Tails finishes recounting the story, Knuckles finally catches up to them and smashes the roof of the car with a single punch. Realizing they are in danger of being captured, Tails uses his two tails as a helicopter, carrying Sonic away. The car plummets off a cliff, with Knuckles narrowly saved by Robotnik's drones. With the immediate threat averted, Sonic tries to comprehend why his enemies believe he is connected to Master Emerald. He examines the map given to him by the long-clawed owl, and a hologram of the owl appears, explaining that Sonic was sent to Earth to protect the Emerald. The map contains the clues that will lead him to the object. Following the map, Sonic discovers that the first clue is located in Siberia. Arriving in the middle of the snowy desert, Sonic and Tails navigate the region using Tails' device to detect Emerald's powers. However, the storm disrupts the device's signal, prompting them to seek shelter in an isolated building they stumble upon. In order to blend in and avoid detection, Sonic and Tails put on human clothes and enter the building, which turns out to be a bar. Inside, Tails becomes overwhelmed by the presence of people and the fear of being discovered, eventually passing out. As Sonic waits for Tails to recover, he contemplates the challenges ahead and the significance of Master Emerald. As the orange fox regains consciousness, he and Sonic sit at a table in the bar and attempt to place their order using Tails' translator device. Unfortunately, the translation proves to be inaccurate, leading to a misunderstanding. This misunderstanding results in Sonic and the fox inadvertently defending the people at the bar, who react by deciding to throw them into the fire. Desperate to defuse the situation, the fox starts yelling something in the local language, which accidentally leads to him challenging the regional champion to a dance contest. The contest begins, and Sonic and the fox find themselves being humiliated. Realizing they need to turn the tide, Tails uses his gadgets to create several holographic clones. Working together with Sonic, they put on a dazzling performance, impressing the crowd and ultimately winning the dance battle. The next morning, as the storm clears, Sonic and Tails resume their journey. After hours of trekking through the icy fields, they finally reach the cave indicated on the map. Inside the cave, they encounter various puzzles and challenges. With their combined skills and problem-solving abilities, they successfully overcome these obstacles, leading them to the ultimate reward: a compass that points to the location of the coveted emerald. Just as they secure the compass, an unexpected event interrupts their progress. Robotnik arrives on the scene and immediately launches missiles at Sonic and Tails. In a display of agility and quick reflexes, Sonic manages to intercept and redirect the missiles, turning them against Knuckles, who narrowly dodges the explosion. However, the force of the blast causes the frozen cavern to start collapsing around them. To avoid being buried alive, Sonic and Tails quickly make their escape, running outside and splitting up. As they flee, Tails takes to the air, using his flying ability, while Sonic skillfully skis down the mountain. They are pursued by Robotnik's drones and Knuckles. Sonic, utilizing his super speed, slows down time to gain the upper hand and begins destroying the drones and devices in slow motion. However, Knuckles remains hot on his heels, refusing to give up the chase. After a tense and thrilling descent down the mountain, Sonic finds himself at the end of the trail, dangerously close to a massive cliff. Almost losing his footing, he teeters on the edge. Meanwhile, the bag containing the rings, his means of escape, disappears into the snow, rendering him unable to teleport away. Just as Sonic prepares to face Knuckles head-on, Tails arrives on the scene, using one of his inventions to immobilize Knuckles temporarily. Seizing the opportunity, Sonic entrusts the compass to Tails, urging him to take it to America. Determined to protect his friend and complete their mission, Sonic stays behind to face their enemies. However, in a surprising turn of events, Dr. Robotnik manages to intercept the compass in midair, hitting Tails and causing him to lose consciousness. With their goal seemingly achieved, Sonic is left to confront his adversaries alone, uncertain of what lies ahead. Knuckles teams up with the scientist, and together they follow the compass, leading them to the location of the emerald. However, the shockwave from a missile causes a massive avalanche, trapping Sonic and the unconscious Tails. Thinking quickly, Sonic contacts Tom, who is attending a wedding, and instructs him to use the teleport ring to open a portal for their escape. As Sonic races on skis to evade the incoming snow, Tom opens the portal just in time, but it doesn't close fast enough. The result is a chaotic scene in Hawaii, with tons of snow burying the guests and ruining the wedding decor. After safely escaping, Sonic attempts to revive Tails but finds himself trapped in a containment net. It is revealed that the entire wedding ceremony was a government trap to capture Tom and Sonic. Maddie's niece discovers Tails' backpack and gives it to her aunt, who decides to utilize the fox's inventions to rescue her husband. With Maddie's sister by her side, they infiltrate the hotel where the boys are held captive, using one of Tails' gadgets to make an officer fly away and navigate past numerous guards. In the middle of the ocean, Knuckles and Robotnik arrive at the island indicated by the compass. They use the compass to activate a dungeon-like structure submerged beneath the water. Sonic, being the only one who can stop them, runs across the water with incredible speed until he reaches the structure. Knuckles and Robotnik face various insane traps and eventually reach the final stage, a massive maze. Overcoming the obstacles, they arrive at the emerald, but Robotnik decides to eliminate Knuckles, considering him no longer useful. Just as Robotnik is about to seize the emerald, Sonic falls from the ceiling, thwarting the scientist's plans. The emerald lies just a few meters away, and the two rivals from Angel Island engage in their ultimate showdown. Despite taking a beating in the initial fight, Sonic refuses to back down, determined to protect the emerald and stop Robotnik's evil schemes. Sonic's determination intensifies, leading to a more balanced fight where both he and Robotnik land several decisive blows. Seizing the opportunity, Robotnik approaches the emerald and picks it up. However, Knuckles immediately interrupts the fight, reminding Robotnik that it was not part of their agreement. Mocking Knuckles, the scientist reveals his true nature as unreliable. In a reckless move, Robotnik touches the emerald, unleashing an immense power that creates a colossal shockwave, throwing both of them away and causing the entire place to collapse, flooding with water. Sonic races towards the exit, attempting to escape, but notices that Knuckles has been trapped under a rock and is in danger of drowning. Overcoming his instinct to flee, Sonic decides to return and help Knuckles. He dives down to the bottom, struggling to free the echidna. Despite the difficulty, Sonic manages to rescue Knuckles, who swims to the surface. Unfortunately, Sonic, unable to swim, nearly loses consciousness due to a lack of oxygen. Just in time, Knuckles returns to save Sonic, bringing him back to safety. Tails arrive on his plane, rescuing Sonic and Knuckles from the collapsing place. With the trio now together, they are taken back to civilization in Tails' secret base. Meanwhile, Dr. Robotnik, now possessing near omnipotent power, finds himself surrounded by the army, armed with tanks and various weapons. With his telekinetic abilities, Robotnik easily dismantles military vehicles, transforming their metal parts into a gigantic mega robot that he controls with his mind. Finally arriving in Green Hills, the trio, consisting of Sonic, Knuckles, and Tails, confronts Robotnik without a well-defined plan. Knuckles jumps from Tails' plane and engages the giant robot, landing a powerful punch that resonates through the air. Tails uses his plane's artillery to attack the robot but fails to inflict any damage and has his plane shot down by Robotnik. Meanwhile, Sonic, knocked off the plane by a missile, manages to redirect it into the robot's knee, causing some damage but not enough to defeat it. Reunited, the trio begins to devise a strategy while fighting off Robotnik's remaining drones. With the drones destroyed, they set their sights on the giant robot. Aware of its resilience, they strategize to exploit its weaknesses and vulnerabilities. Their determination fuels their relentless assault on the colossal machine, with Sonic, Knuckles, and Tails coordinating their attacks to bring down Robotnik and put an end to his reign of destruction. Sonic, determined to divert Robotnik's attention away from the city, becomes the target of the villain's chase through the streets of Green Hills. Despite his incredible speed, Sonic is eventually hit by Robotnik's powerful laser beam. Just as Robotnik is about to eliminate Sonic, Tails arrives and creates multiple distractions, allowing Knuckles to deliver a devastating punch that forcefully removes the gem from inside the villain. As Robotnik loses control, the giant robot starts to fall, causing Knuckles and Tails to slide out and pass out as they plummet to the ground. Sonic regains consciousness and, despite his injuries, begins a difficult journey to reach the nearby jewel. However, Robotnik recovers from the blow and starts running towards Sonic with his overpowered robot, intent on crushing him and retrieving the emerald. At the last moment, Tom and Maddie catch up, rescuing Sonic just before being hit themselves, resulting in a flip-over. With no other options, Sonic decides to use the power of the emerald to defeat Robotnik. As Knuckles' punch causes the emerald to shatter, the 7 Chaos Emeralds contained within it react with Sonic, merging with him and granting him a mega-powerful form. Sonic's fur turns golden, and he gains practically infinite powers. With ease, he rips off the Megazord's head, demonstrating his overwhelming strength. Robotnik, realizing his defeat is inevitable, attempts to distract Supersonic while preparing a punch from his colossal robot. However, Supersonic effortlessly stops the robot's fist with a single hand and proceeds to destroy it in an instant, definitively defeating Dr. Robotnik. With the battle concluded, Sonic decides to relinquish the powers bestowed upon him by the Chaos Emeralds, returning them to their original state. Knuckles retrieve the remains of Master Emerald and repair it, forming a pact with Tails and Sonic to protect the object for the rest of their lives. Their shared commitment ensures the continued safety of the emerald, and they vow to defend it against any threats that may arise. Heroes unite, the emerald is saved. The epic journey ends, with victory and friendship triumphing over evil.